So good morning, or it's morning for me at least, it's Monday morning. I'm going to record this class in advance. My other half's had to go down to Brighton at very short notice, so I've got nobody to look after Isaac tomorrow, so this is the pre-record. I hope it goes well. Yeah, usual health and safety, make sure you are in a safe, appropriate area for exercise. Don't do anything that hurts, especially because this is a recorded class. You can't ask any questions. So if something feels a bit wonky, a bit wrong for you, I would just advise miss out the things you're not sure of. Most of you guys that are watching this know how to modify the exercise. If it feels wrong, you can usually do a different variation, or if in doubt, just don't do it. Okay, let's do some Pilates. So if you just curl forwards over your legs here, excuse me, this cough is almost gone, but it's still here. And just take a moment to slow your breathing down, breathing into the rib cage and breathing out, hollowing the abs, so you know how to get this thing going. Inhale, the ribs expand, particularly the lower half of the ribs. And exhale, the ribs squeeze closed, the abs are hollowing in. And it's that corset around the midsection that's kind of pulling in and pulling the ribs in with it. We breathe in through the nose and we breathe out under pressure, so you're blowing the air back out. On the next exhale, roll up to your tall sitting position. Top of the head's pulling to the ceiling. Breathing into the ribs. And then breathing out, ribs are squeezing down. Abs are pulling in, but don't forget the abs go all the way around the centre, so the waist is pulling in, even the lower back is pulling in. Whether you feel it or not, that is what's happening. And now start to think about pelvic floor. If you join the dots between the two sit bones, the tailbone and the pubic bone, you basically have a square, and that square of muscle is the pelvic floor. So you're pulling up on the inside of the body, literally inside the pelvis. Inhale to the rib cage, and on the exhale, the abs are hollowing in and the pelvic floor is pulling up. And we use this technique, especially on the harder exercises. We need to squeeze fairly tightly through these muscles. But of course we don't let them go for the whole hour. Those muscles are just pulled in at a low level. Try and really pull tall. Remember, earlobe should be in line with shoulder. Spine is actually flat when you're seated. It has curves at other times, but for a seated position, you have a flat spine. And on the next exhale, hollow your abs in, just nod your chin down, scoop the pelvic floor in, and just roll forwards and down. Allow your spine to relax. Inhale to the rib cage, and then breathing out, squeeze through the pelvic floor and abs, roll your way back up to your tall sitting position. Let's just do 2 more of those. And the last one. Remember, if you're going faster or slower than me, it's absolutely fine. Work at your speed. Try and match the breath to the movement, or the movement to the breath, same thing. But go at whatever speed feels good to you. Once we're back here in our neutral tall alignment, breathing in, just shrug your shoulders up. And breathing out, abs are hollowing in, pelvic floor's pulling in, and slide the shoulders and shoulder blades down. Let's just do 2 more, so breathing in to shrug. Breathing out, really feel the shoulder blades gripping into the back of the rib cage. So slide the shoulders and shoulder blades down and feel them squeeze the back of the ribs. Let's do 1 more. Squeezing the shoulders and shoulder blades down, and try and feel them holding into the back of the ribs. Remember, the serratus anterior muscle runs from the side of the shoulder blade through and into the side of the rib cage, and we're kind of using those muscles to hold things in place. Lengthening tall. And now moving on to the J curve. So you're just trying to tuck your tailbone and lengthen up again. So the pelvis basically is tilting, breathing out, and breathing in, coming up. The rest of the spine isn't really part of this movement. Going from the J curve to the C curve. So you're breathing out, the abs are scooping, the pelvic floor's pulling in. Tuck your tailbone first, and then allow the rest of the spine to curl in a C shape. And then lengthening up. Let's just do 1 more of those. Try and get a nice smooth movement through the spine. So breathing out, abs are hollowing in, pelvic floor's pulling up. Start with the tailbone tucking, so your body kind of makes a little letter J. Continue into the letter C. And breathe breathing in to just nicely, smoothly stack up. Next one, we're curling back towards the mat. So tailbone tucks, abs are scooping in, J curve to the C curve, and roll your way smoothly back towards the mat. Once we're here, just going into the hip release. Try to keep your feet on the floor doing this. If you lift your leg, the hip muscles tighten. They have to tighten to lift the leg. And the whole point is we're trying to let those muscles relax. I've got my feet on the smooth wood floor here, rather than the yoga mat. So knees and feet are hip width. We're in our neutral spine alignment, which gives you a slight curve through the lower back at this stage. And breathing in, drop your knees sideways, sliding the side of the foot forwards. Breathing out, twist the knee to the midline and drag back in. Excuse me. So we'll do 3. Inhale, sideways and forwards. Try and notice the inner thigh muscles twisting. Really emphasize the twist into the midline to drag the heel back in. And last one. And of course the pelvis should be staying level in neutral. Staying on the same leg, change directions. So inhale, inner thigh twists the knee inwards, sliding forwards. And exhale, let the knee kind of relax sideways and slide the side of the foot back in. So breathing in, center and forwards, breathing out, wide and back. The last one, then we'll change legs. So I'm changing onto the other side. Inhale, so I'm trying not to let the pelvis move. Prod your pelvis if it helps. Some people need to really poke around and check what's going on. I'm one of those people. Try and keep this stationary leg truly stationary. As you drift to the side, this leg kind of counterbalances if you're not careful. So we're trying to keep the stable leg still so that your abs are doing the work. I've just done 3 of these, so I'm going to change directions. Inner thigh squeezes the leg to face the center. And then sliding the side of the foot back. 2 more. When you've done this, we're moving straight on into shoulder bridge. So then you want your knees bent, feet on the floor in line with the hip bones and pelvis. As you breathe out, going to imprint first. So the lower abs tilt the pelvis, the upper abs close the rib cage. Then clench your bum, really curl round, continuing up and into our bridge. At the top of the shoulder bridge, there should be a straight line from knees to shoulders. Inhale to pause, and then breathing out, matching the length of the breath to the movement until we reach neutral at the bottom. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, abs are squeezing in, pelvic floor squeezing in. Tailbone tucks, rib cage closes, imprint, then press into your heels, clench your bum and roll up. Neutral position at top. So neutral is when the rib cage and pelvis line up with each other. Inhale, pause, and exhale. You're actually going to imprint in midair and roll back down. I'm just going to scoot back to my mat. We'll just do, excuse me, 2 more. And last one, so hollowing the abs, moving to imprint. Imprint comes from your abs, then the glutes and butt muscles switch on, roll it up. Inhale, pause. And exhale back down. Moving on to ab curls. So now the pelvis remains neutral, so hip bones and pubic bone are level. The lower back slightly curves in, it's got its natural shape. Rib cage, check the chest bone and rib cage are level at the same height as the pelvis. Ab curls start at the neck, and it's a really small, delicate little exercise, just tucking the chin and releasing. Make sure that you can tuck your chin without your ribs lifting and flaring, because if you're stiff through the spine, movement at the top of the spine will have like a domino effect or knock-on effect into the upper back, which in turn will move the rib cage. So we inhale, prepare by nodding the chin. Feel the shoulder blades gripping the back of the rib cage. Exhale to curl up into our little ab curl here. Inhale, pause, and exhale down. Check your abs don't lift and bulge. They might tighten, but they're flattened. Inhale, pause, and exhale down. Now you can just do legs. You might not want to keep doing the ab curl if it hurts your neck, but I'm going to exhale to lift, inhale to pause, and then just, I can literally see my own hip bones breathing out, lifting one leg. The pelvis here and hip bones shouldn't move. Breathing into lower, breathing out, lifting the other leg, and I am just slightly twisting today, so something's not quite right with my back today. And then exhale down. So remember, some days you will just be different to others. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse. So exhale, lift. So with a little bit of concentration, I managed to pretty much fix that, I think. Exhale down. Let's do one more. So you could just do the leg lifts, keeping the pelvis still. I think it's all too easy to get used to being in the same position though. If we always lay kind of flat with head on the floor, we get good at that version, but as soon as you add something like a mini ab curl, as I've just proved to myself, it's suddenly harder to do. Same exercise, but you're not used to being at a different angle. Exhale down, and of course life gives you lots of different angles. We don't just kind of stay in one position constantly. When you're ready, turn on your side facing me. Let's do our side twists. I'm going to grab my little yoga block here just to make it comfier. So you want your shoulders stacked, your hips stacked, your legs at 90 degrees. Inhale, twist your head and point up, turning the neck. Exhale, abs and pelvic floor are squeezing as you rotate back. Breathing into pause. And breathing out, squeezing through the abs and pelvic floor, back to the beginning. 4 more. So maybe it's because it's morning, I don't know, but I definitely feel stiffer today than I usually do doing these exercises. Exhale back. Inhale, maybe send the hip forwards to increase the twist, and exhale back to the beginning. 3 more. Two more. So keep the nice sort of space between the earlobe and the shoulder here so you're not shrugging. And last one. And of course, when you're ready, just flip around and change sides. While you do that, I'm just quickly going to close these drawers. I don't know about you, but they're really annoying me. There we go. I was sorting laundry earlier and didn't close the door. So we've got 5 each way. I'm sure you're already getting on with the other side, so I'll catch up with you. Shoulders stacked, neutral spine. We're breathing in, turning the head to look up, check shoulders, breathing out to twist. Breathing in to pause. Breathing out back to the beginning. And the goal, as you know, we do these every week, is to twist the spine. You might get a little shoulder stretch. That's just an extra bonus if you do. But the focus is really trying to get the rib cage particularly to twist right now. And I have noticed over the years, for me at least, twists are the movement for me that have most stiffened up as I've got older. I think twists used to feel very, very easy, and now they really don't. Which is why we do them. Okay, when you're ready, bring your weight to hands and knees. And look for neutral position. So, excuse me. We've got hands under shoulders, knees under hip joints, spine in neutral position. So prod around if needs be, pelvis and rib cage in line at the front. Lower back just slightly curves in, it's got its natural shape. Maybe protract and retract a couple of times just to get the shoulder blades lying flat against the back of the rib cage. So you're pushing into the ground. You can't just hang here. You need to actively push against the ground just to get the upper back aligned. Okay, cat stretch. We'll do bottom to top. So abs are pulling in, pelvic floor pulls in. That tilts the pelvis. And then you're curling through the 5 lower back bones, in turn through the 12 upper back bones, and your neck just comes along for the ride. Remember, keep your head relaxed. Inhale to pause and exhale, return to neutral. So we'll do one more, breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, pelvic floor and abs are scooping in, tuck the tailbone so we can ripple up the spine from the tailbone to the neck. Check your neck is relaxed, jiggle a bit. Inhale, pause and exhale, tailbone lower. But go the other way now. So the movement is going to start between the shoulder blades. Remember, we never really go too much into the neck. So breathing out, upper back curls, your neck comes along anyway, and that tips along down the spine and into the tailbone. Inhale, pause. Upper back returns to neutral, the head and neck come along with it, moving down through the lower back into the tailbone. And the other variation, of course, will be everything at once. So breathing out, just scoop it. Breathing into pause and breathing out, neutral. Inhale, pause, exhale. It all moves at once. Inhale, pause, exhale, neutral. Just briefly going into the upper back 3 times. Inhale, see if you can tilt and arch the upper back. Press the chest forwards. Exhale, neutral. 2 more. And last one. So the lower back right now isn't part of this movement. While we're here, a little stretch. So I'm going to take the hand nearest to the camera, thread it underneath, onto the shoulder here. The arm furthest from the camera, I'm not sure you can see it, but it's bent. And all I'm doing now is pulling backwards. So palm faces the ceiling. I've threaded through and I'm pulling my body back towards the camera here to get what feels like quite a nice stretch just around the inner shoulder blade area. And change sides. So you'll see it this side. This arm's threading through. Go quite a long way through until your shoulder's on the floor, and then I'm pulling away from the camera this time, just to get a little stretch on the inner edge of the shoulder blades, kind of between the lower shoulder blade and spine. Okay, back to center, and when you're ready, have a lay down on your front. Upper back. So you want your hands in line with your ears, abs are scooped in, pelvic floor is working, breathing in to slide the shoulders back, lengthen the neck and lift. Excuse me, and breathing out to lower, release the shoulders. 4 more, so inhale, shoulders slide, lengthen and lift. Exhale and lower. 3 more. And 2. So the goal here is to bend the upper back but keep the lower back still. And last one. All right, palms facing in towards the thighs. So you don't want to really crunch the shoulder blades together, but imagine them gliding flat against the back of the ribs. Breathing in to lift and the shoulders squeeze towards the center and breathing out to come down. 4 more. And 3. So we're doing 5 of each variation. 2. And last one. And finally, hands under head. So I'm just doing the sort of standard variation versions today. So we're breathing in, shoulders pull back. If you don't want to lift your hands at the same time, leave them on the floor. But of course, lifting your arms as well puts a little bit more effort into this, a little bit more weight for the upper back muscles to lift. Check in on your legs. They shouldn't be lifting. Sometimes people's legs pop up doing these. You should be able to keep those abs in. A little bit of pelvic floor, stopping the lower back from moving, and the pelvis and the legs are almost, I would say, relaxed. Whew. Inhale up, exhale down. That's 5 for me. So when you're ready, curl back over your heels, round your spine. Good stuff. Okay, if you turn onto your back, let's do the 100. So for a little bit of variety, so I'm just moving my mat. Oops. For the first 50, we can move the legs downwards, and for the second 50, we can move them up. Or if the legs are bent, for the first 50 we can slide them forwards, and for the second 50 we can slide them back. Or of course, you don't need to do any of those things. You can just crack on in one position and that's absolutely fine. The further forwards and the lower the legs go, obviously the harder it's going to get, so worth bearing in mind. You can leave your feet on the ground. We're in neutral position right now. Move through to imprint, so the abs are hollowing, the pelvis is tilting, the ribs are squeezing down. Lift one leg, lift the other leg. If you want to, you can leave your head on the ground, or I'm going to just head nod here, lengthening the back of the neck, aware of the shoulder blades gripping the back of the ribs, and up we go. So I'm going to start, I'm ambitious, I'm going to go for straight legs, but I'm not going too low because I know that I need room to go here. Ready? So we're breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, lower the legs or straighten them. Breathe out, 2, 3, lower the legs, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, lower the legs, check those abs are flat. And 30, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, lower the legs, in, 2, 3, I'm feeling this, out, 2, 3, there's 50, now don't go too high, out, 2, 3, lift them a little bit, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, and lift, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, and lift, nearly there, breathe out, 2, 3, and lift, last one, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 100, breathing in to bend the legs, whew. Breathing out to come down, take your arms wide in a T shape, shoulders are flat on the floor here, and just inhale to twist, and exhale, use those abs to come back up. Inhale, twist, and hollow the abs to come back up. You might want to use your arms to brace this a little bit, but keep your shoulder blades flat on the floor, and watch out for that shearing. The knees shouldn't be rubbing side by side to each other. They should be holding together flat. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling that. Let's do 4 more. So try and finish on the opposite side to the one you started. And 2 more. And the last one. Oh my goodness, I felt that. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to go straight to single leg circle by extending one leg and straightening the other. Neutral position for the spine. Again, I might need to just scoot because I'm kicking my furniture. I'm sure you have similar problems in your house. So pelvis level, spine neutral, both legs straight, but if you do need a slight bend in one or both knees, it's not going to ruin the exercise. Do what you need to do to make it comfortable. All right, 5 each way. So I'm breathing out to circle, breathing at the top. Exhale, circle, inhale, top. Try and keep the pelvis still, so we're going for some core stability here. And 4. And try not to let the knee turn out. I used to do these where my knee would twist outwards, and I've been told that's wrong, so worth remembering. Exhale, circle, inhale, top. And 5, changing sides. So making sure everything's level and neutral. Exhale, circle, inhale, top. And 2. And 5, changing directions. 1. And 2, keep the pelvis level. 3, if you're always twisting to the right, maybe you need to lean to the left to prevent it, try and figure out the puzzle. And 5, once you've done your last one, grab onto the leg that was in the air, slam it down, pull your way to sitting position, or just sit up anyway. Excuse me. Roll ups, yay. Okay, so I've got feet, knees and hips in line with each other, scoop the abs around the spine. Arms are parallel to the floor. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, halfway back. So we're just doing the warm-up round first, and inhale forwards. Exhale, halfway back. Look straight ahead, and inhale forwards. And 3. Try and clench your bum a little bit. It helps to tuck the pelvis. And 4, because we're trying to round as much as possible. Remember, my back's not particularly round, but I'm trying. 5. All right, full exercise. This time the breathing reverses, so inhale, set up. Exhale, smooth, smooth, smooth to the floor. Inhale, head nod, arms to the ceiling, and smooth up and over. I suspect for me today, straight legs isn't going to happen. Breathing out to roll back. Head nod, fingers to the ceiling. Inhale. And breathing out to roll up. I'm going to try. We'll have a go. So, of course, straight legs is the classic version. Yay! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. So do try and make sure your knees, again, they're not going into turnout. Maybe it's just me, but I move to turnout quite a lot, where the legs should be parallel. The kneecaps are facing the ceiling. Let's do one more after this. Ooh. So remember, we never straighten out with this one. It's constantly flexed. I suppose you do straighten out on the floor, but when you sit up, you remain flexed at the top. Exhale. Over. There we go. Straight to our spine twist. Why not? Feet together, ankles flexed, arms just slightly forward. The shoulders are supposed to go slightly forward rather than fully being kind of pinned to a board behind you. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, twist 1 and 2 and 3. Inhale, center. Breathing out 1 and 2 and 3. Breathing in, center. Sorry, I'm just going to close that door. So the abs are hollowing, pelvic floor's pulling in. We're not allowing, inhale, center, the legs to shear against each other. Remember, you can always do these with bent legs or sitting on a block if that's comfier and more appropriate to keep your spine neutral. And 3, I think I've got 2 left here. So I'm breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. Breathing in. Whew, and then scooch it forwards. Let's do some rolling like a ball. Okay, so remember, we just put our hands on our legs for somewhere to put them. We're not actually hugging the legs or grabbing them. It's literally just placing your fingers on there. You could even have your hands just hovering slightly above if you feel yourself trying to like pull at all. So remember, you can just sit and stretch and that would be fine. Assuming your spine is okay with this, starting at the tailbone, so it's a J curve, breathing in to tuck and breathing out to come back up. Tuck, breathing in and breathing out. Let's do 5. Whoop. Oh, 2 to go. And last one. Oh, I think I miscounted, but never mind. And bring it down. Oh, have a little break there. Okay, I am going to do the entire ab series. I'm hoping everyone's happy with it. It's going to be single leg stretch with the twist or obliques, double leg stretch, slow double leg stretch, scissors. Good luck, people. I will see you on the other side. Let's do it. Okay, so do modify these. You can go feet on the floor. You can do one leg at a time. You can leave out the head lift for all of these if you prefer. Exhale, lift. Inhale, prepare. Ready? Single leg stretch. Breathing out 1. Quick breath in and 2. 5, 6, 7, 8 with the obliques. 9. Here we go. 10. Breathing out 1. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. 5, 6, 7, 8. Double leg stretch. 9. Here we go. And 10. Exhale, legs go forwards, arms go up. Inhale, circle. 4 more. Shoulder blades are off the floor, or if you've chosen to leave your head on the ground, that's fine, but commit to one position or the other. There's no ab curls here. Last one. Slow double leg stretch. You can bring your head back down for a moment. Legs to the diamond shape. Okay. Hands are resting lightly on the knees. We're doing 5, so inhale, prepare. Leave your head down or exhale, lift. Inhale, the arms and legs push straight. Exhale, arms go back, should I say, ankles flex, turn out. Inhale, arms and legs are straight. Breathing out, knees bend. And down we go. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see the leg shape. 4 more. Inhale, prepare. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to straighten the arms and legs. Breathing out, ankles flex, arms go back. Turn out, breathing in. And down. Don't worry if the breathing's confusing, at least get the movement. Exhale, lift. We always breathe in when the arms and legs are straight. Exhale, circle, breathe in, the arms and legs are straight. Exhale, knee bend and down. 3 more. Two more. And last one. So exhale, lift, breathing in, the arms and legs go to 100 position. Breathing out, draw a circle. Breathing in, pause. Breathing out to come back down. Oh, legs extend to the ceiling. Scissors, we've nearly done the ab series. Head nod, pick it up. Here we go, breathing out, out and in. So scissor, go further and in. Where it's more about the leg that's reaching away, take it away. Reach it and in. And 5, 5. So the leg coming towards you doesn't matter as much. 7, 7, in. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe in. And last one. Oh my goodness, and down we go. Yep, I felt that by the end. Woo! So staying in imprint, place one foot to the floor, place the other foot to the floor. Give your head a wiggle if it needs it. I think mine just did. Okay. Onto the shoulder bridge. So feet and knees are hip width apart. We lift in a neutral position. So this time I'm not rounding or curling or doing anything, just fixing into neutral. Inhale, prepare. Butt clench, exhale, lift. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower. So the spine isn't changing position or shape. Yay. Now, just the way gravity works, the more horizontal with gravity, think plank, the harder it is to maintain a shape or position. So if I fire my legs straight up to the ceiling, pause here, breathe in and get ready. Exhale, legs straight to the ceiling and inhale down. On a certain level, that's slightly more difficult than taking the leg straight. Okay, back to the ground. So I'm just going to go up, leg lift, leg lift. So straight to the ceiling is a little bit easier. Breathing out to lift. Breathing into pause. Now I'm going to try and extend the leg forwards. Inhale, place it down. Changing sides, and just with gravity it's maybe a tiny bit harder. And to go a little bit more difficult again, I could use my leg as a weight to try and pull me back down, which of course I'm resisting that, trying to use butt muscles and core and all that. So I'm breathing out to lift, I can extend, dip, and come back in. Extend, dip, woo, which I find quite difficult. Exhale down. Let's do 4 more rounds. So breathing in to get ready, breathing out to lift. Do whatever you need to do with that leg. Three more rounds. So breathing out to lift, breathing into pause, breathing out. Try and swap the leg you start with once in a while. Whew. Yeah, 2 more. I think I'm going to go for an easier version in a second. And last one. I'm definitely a tiny bit wibbly wobbly this morning. Phew. And exhale down. Yay. Okay, imprint the spine. Abs are pulling in. Cross your feet. Okay, we're going to do 5 with one leg on top, then we'll do 5 the other way. So try and keep this smooth. Depending on your back, some people go higher, some people go lower. Do your best, make it smooth. So we're breathing out to peel with control off the floor, and we're breathing in. I think it's the downward phase that's harder to control it without the legs kind of swinging with momentum. 4 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. trying to keep your head on the ground. Again, it does depend, I think, a little bit on your spine, how well you do these. I am definitely using my arms a bit for this. I can feel the backs of my arms having to work. And 5. Swap legs. So breathing out to lift. So this is the rollover prep, and I've said it plenty of times now. I find this one so much harder than the full exercise. I think this one uses, for me at least, more control and more muscle than the full version, which is a bit fancy looking, but actually quite a lot easier, I think. So exhale. And last one. Okay. Place one foot down, place the other foot down, and plop, relax back into neutral position. Dear me. Whew. Okay. If you bring your way back up to sitting position, I'm just going to grab my clock, keeping an eye on the time. Oops. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Moving on to neck pull. We've not done a neck pull for a while. So keeping the feet as best you can flat on the ground with the knees bent. Now the neck pull starts in a nice tall position. So the roll up starts flexed. This one starts neutral. You can have arms forwards, or they should be to head if we're doing the classic version. Alright, so breathing out the J curve first, the C curve follows, and roll back. Pause here, checking your abs don't bulge as you breathe in. Exhale, you go over, look between your knees. And inhale, rolling back to the beginning. So breathing out, tailbone tucks, abs are pulled in, scoop and roll back. Look straight ahead, breathing in. Breathing out, roll over. Inhale up. So my feet really do not enjoy staying flat on the ground for this one. I have to force them to point a little bit. 2 to go here, and then we'll do the full exercise. So remember, arms forwards definitely is quite a lot easier. You might want to try it just to compare the 2 hand positions. Last one. So I'm going to go for the full version. Let's see how this goes. So we're breathing in to prepare, breathing out, rounding the spine. So you're basically looking at your legs, rolling back. Breathing in to pause. Head nod. Breathing out to go over and inhale, tall. 4 more. So I am having to do a little bit of a cheat to come off the ground. So I'm doing a little reach forwards here because I just can't do the full version. Inhale up. 3. Yeah, definitely stiffening up here. 2 more. I'm going to go for the easier hand position. And last one. And moving on to the saw, take the feet wider. So I'm lifted nice and tall, thumbs are facing the ceiling. I am not in neutral, so I'm just going to adjust that. Okay, so without further ado, breathing in to twist. The back thumb turns down and continues to rotate as you exhale, melting from the neck down the upper back, down the lower back. Inhale, come back up, thumb to ceiling, and exhale, center. It's fairly simple once you know where you're going with these. Breathing into twist, breathing out as the back arm rotates and we roll down. Breathing in to come back up, thumb to the ceiling, and breathing out to center. So when I turn to the right, my head is looking to the right, the neck is twisted. And when I turn left, my head is looking to the left. Okay, I'm going to do one more here just to even up. So try and finish on the opposite side to the one you started. Whew. And let's try some reverse planks. Feet together. Okay, so you can be on your elbows if you prefer. It's just very awkward on your elbows. This is just a guess, but maybe if you've got 2 yoga blocks, you could do it on your elbows with blocks just to give yourself a little bit more space. That's just a thought that's popped into my head now, so whether it works or not, I'll let you decide. Okay, so basically it's a big shoulder bridge. That's the way I think of this one. You can do bent legs. So you're clenching your bum, lifting to a horizontal position. I think this isn't necessarily the easy version, it's different. It's more push on the shoulders. I think it's more push on your bum muscles. Or we can do the classic version with straight legs. Let's do 5. So breathing out, pick your variation and lift. Breathing into pause, you're looking straight ahead, whichever version you do, and breathing out to come back down in neutral, so the spine isn't changing shape. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, pause, and oof, exhale, lower. 3 more. Feeling warm now, I'm feeling it. 2 more. So there's a real kind of push and lift away from the ground, trying not to let the spine or shoulders sag. And last one. Phew. Okay, from there, let's do the side leg series, another one we haven't done for a while, so just the classic version. So it's 5 of everything. I'm just checking I'm not going to kick this out of the bed. Okay, so I've got hips stacked, shoulders stacked, waist pulled in, neutral spine. Make sure your feet aren't too far backwards or forwards. You might need fingertips on the floor, but just for balance, ideally hands on your side, because you should be using your core for balance, you know this. All right, let's do it. So the whole point is the waist here doesn't move. The distance ribs to hips stays the same. Breathing in, lift your leg as high as you can without the waist moving. Breathing out, ankle flex and lower. And the whole game here is keeping the knee pointing forwards and the waist still. 3 more. Point and lift, flex and lower. 2 more. And last one. Circle. So inhale, lift, exhale, circle. Try and make sure that circle goes forwards, but also backwards of the body. Exhale, leg goes forwards, swings back of the body. And 3. So without the waist moving. And 2. And 1. Direction change. So breathing out, circle, the leg does go back to engage the glute muscle. 2. And 3. 4. Pause at the top and 5. Bottom leg joins top leg. Oh my goodness, and both feet down. Inhale first leg, exhale bottom leg joins the top one and both feet down. The waist shouldn't move, mine just did, I felt it. Inhale first leg, exhale second leg and both feet down. Let's do 2 more. So if that top leg goes too high, your waist will move. So I definitely went too high a moment ago. Last one. All right, exhale, both legs lift. So breathing out, both legs lift without the waist moving. Inhale, lower. Exhale, 4. And inhale, lower. And 3. And 2. And last one. All right, exhale, everything lifts. So this is the mermaid, as it's called. The legs lift, the shoulders lift. It's one movement, but I break it into 3 in my mind. So I go legs, waist, shoulders. Inhale down. Exhale, don't lean forwards or backwards. It should be a perfect side bend. Woo! You can tell I've not done these for a while because I'm struggling with these. Whew, 3. And 2 more. And last one. Whew. Yeah, all right, flip round, let's change sides. Let's go straight to the other side. I'm just peering at my, yes. I've got a counter on the screen telling me how long we've been. We've been 45 minutes. So we're on target, we're good. Okay, so, excuse me, hips are stacked. Let's do it all again on the other side. Notice if this is different or easier or harder. Point and lift, flex and lower, keeping that waist still. Inhale up, flex and lower, breathing out. And 3, and 4, and 5. Circles coming up. Doesn't matter which way you circle, because we're going both directions. Inhale up, exhale, circle. Remember to let the leg go back of the body. And 4, and 5, 3 even, I can't count. And 2, and 1. Direction change. So 5 each way. Make sure you engage the glutes to go back, but keep the abs hollow, the pelvic floor working. 3, 2, and 1. Top leg pauses, bottom leg joins it, keeping the waist still, and both feet down. So inhale 1, exhale 2, both feet down, and 3, and 4, and last one. Both legs lift at the same time, but don't let the waist move. So those legs just cannot go particularly high. Try and squeeze the thighs together as you do this one. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. And 4. Inhale down, and last one, 5. Oh, all right, the legs lift. Exhale, legs, waist, everything. And inhale down. 4 more. Woo! That one went a bit wonky. 2 more. And last one. Oh, there we go. Ah, oh, goodness me. Okay, turn onto your front. Oy, oy. Let's do some swimming again, digging out the ones we haven't done for a while. So, swimming. Let's do the legs first, so you can give your shoulders a rest for a second. So scoop the abs in, of course, make sure you're in neutral and make sure that corset around the center is holding still. Push the knees straight. See if you can breathe out and lift one leg, keeping the leg straight. And breathe in to place it down without your lower back moving. Breathe out, other leg lifts. Breathing in, bring it down. Maybe you're going a little bit lower than I am, maybe you're going a bit higher. Remember, everyone's got a slightly different range. Lower back should not be moving and it shouldn't be aching. Okay, knees are pushed straight, and as one leg goes down, the other leg goes up. Don't worry too much which way you're breathing, just keep a constant hollow through the abs. I've got quite chunky legs, so they look bent. They really are locked right now. And you should feel one side of your butt tense as the other side releases doing these. Okay, that's the legs. Let's get the arms. So try not to shrug your shoulders. I'm keeping the shoulder blades squeezed into place. Thumbs are facing the ceiling. And oops, as one leg goes up, the opposite arm goes up. And as they go down, of course, the other set goes up. You can float your face off the ground just slightly, floating in the imaginary swimming pool. And let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's all flapping around the edges, but the lower back's not moving. 3, 2, 1, and phew. Okay, moving on to hands and knees for a second. Again, just one we haven't done for a while, so just checking in to make sure we've still got the skill. Hands straight under shoulders, knees straight under hip joints. I've just noticed my hair is collapsing, but never mind. Okay, so we're straightening one leg along the ground, breathing out, breathing in to bring it back in. So exhale, abs are pulled in, leg slides out, and again I can feel I'm shifting and moving slightly, which I shouldn't be. Things should be nice and stationary through the spine. see if you can really notice the abs working. As your leg moves, in order to keep the spine still, various bits and bobs inside the abs are having to work. So hopefully you're kind of tuned in enough you can notice things happening in there. Opposite arm if you want to. So I'm breathing out to here, breathing in to bring it in. Remember, we don't lift any higher than the body. Guaranteed, if your leg goes higher than your body at this point, your back is going to dip. So why make it difficult? Let's do 4 more. So breathing out. 1, oh, that was wobbly. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm doing these quite badly here. 2, 3, and last one, 4. All right, I think it's time we did our plank. Had my hair cut, by the way, finally. It's just not tying up as well as it did, but yeah, it's so nice to have the weight off. Tiny ponytail. Okay, plank. So I've got my trusty clock telling me how long we've been. 1 minute, people, let's do it. So you can be on your hands if you prefer. Half plank is great if you're just working on keeping spine alignment, and if it's making your abs and shoulders work, great, stay with it. I'm definitely quite tired, I can feel it today, so I may bail out to the half plank at times. But I'm sure most of you will come with me into a half plank first, and our time starts now in a full plank. So elbows are under shoulders, spine maybe slightly rounded into imprint. Try and push back so you've got a mini stretch in your calf muscles. Try and keep the elbows under the shoulders though, don't let them travel too far forwards or back. Remember to breathe. Hands are shoulder width, back of the head in line. Oh, pulling up towards the ceiling. We're halfway. Definitely feeling the strain today. Oh my goodness, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are done with that. Take the feet slightly wider than the mat. Let's move on to the swan dive. Hands in line with the ears. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to roll up. Inhale to pause, pressing the chest forwards and breathing out to roll back down. Breathing in to get ready. Lengthen, breathing out to roll up. Inhale, pause. Exhale down. 3 more here. So it's just nice to throw a back bend in. And 2 more. And last one. From there, just curl back over your heels for a moment. Just allow things to round out. So I'm going to go into a dynamic version of the side bend. Remember, feel free at the end of the day just to sit and do your side bend from a seated position, and that's absolutely fine, not a problem. You might want to add a twist while we're here. Again, nothing new or exciting here, but the dynamic version of the side bend is just kind of nice. Leave yourself a little bit of space. So we're in this position. I would probably do this on hands rather than elbows. I think you'll get a better movement. I'll start, figure it out and join in basically. So it's inhale, lift, exhale, lower, swap, step. Swing and inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Swap your feet, and I get this kind of circle and bend. Down, step over. So don't overthink it. I think with these kind of more dynamic movements, if you overthink it, you lose the rhythm. Make sure you do bend at the waist. And I'm going to do 4 more here. 1. Exhale down. Inhale up. 3. And 4. Oh, so that just felt nice. If you're just doing side to side ones, just make sure you're doing an equal number each way. Let's do a little neck stretch here. So I'm lifted tall, just drop your head to one side. Press the opposite shoulder down to feel the stretch into the neck. Nod your chin down slightly, it moves the stretch slightly towards the back of the neck. Back to center and up. Let's change sides. So press your shoulder down. Nod your chin slightly. Back to center and up. So again, just peep at time. You've got 4 minutes. So roll your way up. We're doing good. Okay, well, once you're in your standing position, from here, just take yourself through, they call it the athletic stance for some reason. So you want to bend your knees and slightly tilt in a neutral position. Okay, from here, just breathing out, you can round. Breathing in, press your chest forwards and arch. Just do 2 more of those. So exhale, tailbone tucks and round. Inhale, chest presses forwards, the rest kind of follows. 1 more. And now I'm going to take my hand to the opposite leg, so the spine is back to neutral position. Hand to opposite leg, inhale, twist, keeping the pelvis stable. Let's just do it on one side, we'll do 2 more here. So neutral spine, inhale, twist, and the last one. Then we're going to allow the pelvis to come with it. So now I'm breathing into twist and allowing this knee will travel forwards and the hip will twist with it. And exhale down. The spine, of course, is connected to the pelvis, which in turn is connected to the legs. And 1 more. So they are supposed to work together. All right, changing sides. So neutral, pelvis stability first. Inhale, lift. You can push your hand onto your leg a little bit. So the back of the knuckles here. Bit of pelvic floor and abs, hollowing always helps. Now, as I twist, this knee will travel forwards, the hip will travel back, and I get a bigger spine twist. And last one. Whew. Roll your way smoothly up to a standing position. Feet should be about hip width apart here. About pointing forwards, and all our posture should be in the right place. Shoulders the same height, hips the same height, distance ribs to hips. Just make sure you're not twisted. Just notice, I can feel today I'm a little bit twisted to one side. I'm definitely a bit off somehow. Breathing in to shrug, breathing out to release the shoulders. But the whole point of all these exercises is to create body awareness so you know when things aren't quite right and you can start working on fixing them. It's to strengthen the muscles, to strengthen the body awareness that keep you in that ideal posture. Breathe in to lift, arms going up. I'm not sure if my head has disappeared off the screen. Breathing out, the arms come down, the feet come down. Inhale, shrug, exhale, relax your shoulders. And you're finished, yay! So I'm going to be confused for the rest of the day now. I'm going to think it's Tuesday evening when it's actually Monday morning. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, whatever day it might be, and thank you, bye bye.